Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Refugee to Industrial Regent, Season 2. Word is, there are certain resources that are not available in the overworld, but that may be available through Mystcraft ages. Now, luckily for me, at the end of last stage, I built a Mystcraft room onto the Imperial Palace, which, as I said in episode 1 of this season, will be completely rebuilt from the ground up this stage, but until then, I have Mystcraft stuff here. So, let me check something here. Hold on a minute. I did bring some ink sacks, but I wonder if that's actually what I want. There. It's quite possible there's something... Ah, okay, the ink vial. Okay, and I need a glass bottle for that. Okay. And already the opening is starting to look a little bit like that of the last episode. I have torches, I have cooked chicken, I have a hammer and a mattock. Now the hammer is going to be my weapon when I go into the Mystcraft ages. The mattock will have a use you will see when I get to a certain point in the Mystcraft age. Obviously food and possibly some lighting. May or may not need it. Wouldn't hurt to have it. So I'm going to see, first off, if I have any glass vials or bottles. I do have a water bottle there. So that's something. And I do have 2 empty glass bottles as well. So, let me think. And actually, while I've got the chance, might as well grab a couple more ink sacks. And now I'm going to make my way over to my temporary water filling area. Probably wind up coming up with something a little bit more permanent at some point. Probably this stage, I can come up with something. But let's go ahead and fill up the bottles. Now I can turn them into ink vials, which do stack, unlike water bottles, which do not stack. I'm sure there's a reason for that. But at any rate, there we go. There we go. Okay. I'm going to start off. Oh, wow, that's really expensive. I didn't think it was quite that expensive, honestly. Let me think. Just somewhere. Well, I do have a dispenser. I'm also going to throw the paper in there for the time being, and 2 leather, as well as the last ink vial. Have to admit, I'm going to be somewhat limited in the number of ages I can go to, so I really have to hope that I get lucky with this first stage. But I'm done with the ink mixer. Now I can go to the bookbinder, but before I do that, I want to take 1 leather and the link panel, and that gives me an unlinked link book. That's going to be useful shortly. And then hello. Okay, that seems to be a bit of a glitch. So I'm going to put the leather there. I'm going to put the page there. And I'm going to call this First Age. Now, I don't know what extent there will be instability in this first stage. But hey, I've got it. Now, let me think. Do I want to make a lectern? Or do I want a book stand? I think I want a book stand. 2 sticks and a plank, but I have to run over to my storehouse. But before I do, if I right-click this unlinked link book, it becomes a linking book. And this will link me back to this location. That's going to be critical, because once I go into the age, that's the only way I've got to get back to the overworld. So let me make my way over to my storehouse. Just a little bit further. Now I have to figure out which of these has my sticks in it. That one. Alright. Run over here to grab a plank. And then I will go here and, well, yeah. Go ahead and clear that out. Craft the book stand. I just need to find a temporary place for this linking book. The magic area seems like a good candidate. I've still got a little bit of work, okay, a lot of work to do with the road network, but as I may have said previously, it's all off camera. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and set this here next to the spawn monument. Go ahead and set that up. Now we have first age. And it's going to be a little bit while it loads. Okay. Well, that's... okay, well, aside from the slowness, I can't complain too much. Okay, so it looks like our base material is netherrack. And yet we're spawning cows. Okay. A little bit of a brief moment there. Well, we do have nether quartz here. I'm just going to go ahead and harvest it a bit. Because why not? I will have use for it. Even this stage I'll have use for it. And not just for redstone comparators either. Alright. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of exploration. There is a particular structure that I'm going to be looking for. Now, I'll certainly mine up this nether quartz while I'm here, but there's a particular structure I'm looking for, and I will return once I find one. Well, I know I promised you a look at a particular structure, and I was going to get there, but these lakes are actually a molten metal. Lemurite, if memory serves me right, though I could be slightly mistaken. What I would like to do is harvest this. So I'm going to start with a barrel, put on top of the barrel a hopper. There we go. On top of the hopper, I'm going to put a casting basin. There we go. Go ahead and fill this out a little bit. And then on top of the casting basin, we'll go fluidex. And now I'm going to go ahead and extend this out until I run out of fluidex. And that will put me well over this ocean here. So 5, 4. A few blocks further, now, I do have slowness, which is the extent, I think, of the instability that I've seen so far. There are crystals, And yes, there is a nether fortress. Actually, a few different nether fortresses, including one with a blaze spawner. I honestly don't want to deal with the blaze spawner just yet. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and set up the pump, then the redstone energy cells. Alright, let's see if I can get the torches set up. There we go. 3, 4, like so. And then like so. Now, let me think. The roof needs to be at least 4 high, so let me think. That's 3, 4, and then 5. And I can at least get a little bit of a roof over this spawn area. Hey! And I can already see, even from this angle, that it's working. And I am getting the material harvested. 3, 4, over to here. Let's go ahead and get this sorted out. 2, 1. Torch there. And that runs me out of cobblestone, but that's fine. Okay, it is lemurite, and I already have 8 blocks worth of the stuff. That's really good. What's less good is the fact that it is nightfall here, and I've got a zombie invasion going on. Not a major one, admittedly, but a zombie invasion nonetheless. Oh, hey, that zombie dropped the iron ingot. And here comes the spider. And thankfully, the slowness that affects me also affects the mobs. But I think the next thing I want to do is really to head back to the overworld, get some more materials, get this little area secured a bit better, then go out exploring after this lemurite ocean has been depleted a little bit. That should make it safer for me to navigate across this body of water. Because as you can see, we've got islands in oceans of lemurite. Of molten lemurite. I am not going to jump into molten lemurite. I suspect it will have similar effects to lava. So I shall return. Well, I did promise I would show you one of these structures when I found it. I'm not that far from where I started. I started here. I am here now. I mean, it's a few hundred blocks, and I did have to build 2 bridges to get over here. But I made it. And now, that is not what I wanted to see. Dark mage up there. But I can at least get these lecterns and start grabbing the pages as well. See, I already picked up the Alps forest. Got a rainforest biome. Mushrooms biome. It's useful. Chaparral biome. It's all biomes. Alright, and this corner it looks like has the chest. Okay, 9 Forest Hills biome pages. 8 teal color. 8 seasonal forest. 6 olive color. 5 ocean oil field. And a caves biome. Okay. Not a caves biome, but just the caves page. Now, I will check over here as well. There is nothing. I'll also check the back corners, but I don't think there's anything in either of these. There is not. So I'll go ahead and finish lighting up the interior. I'm gonna let the Dark Mage be. He did not attack me. I have no reason to attack him. Unfortunately, that's not really enough pages to make any sort of usable book. And I honestly cannot say that I have a... it's not bad. I've got access to nether quartz. I've got all this lemurite. I just wish it wasn't oceans of lemurite. Alright. That is the only one of those I'm ever really going to show on camera. I will probably show you the pages I get from other ones this episode. Probably when I return and make way for my next project. I'm pretty sure that's not molten lemurite. Unfortunately, I neither know nor care to know what that actually is. Alright. I will keep exploring. See if I can't get these islands mapped out. For some reason, yeah, this map doesn't seem to be, okay. Well, let's... Alright. Well, I will keep exploring, see if I can't find another one or two of those. I might generate another age. See if I get something with less dangerous oceans. There's another fortress, but I don't think it's going to go all the way across. Minecraft know that I could just barely make out. Definitely nightfall, which means mobs are going to be spawning. Oh boy. Alright, I shall return. Alright. Well, the first stage was not bad. It will have its uses, and I mean, I'm undecided on what I'm going to do with it in the future, but for now, it's a workable age for gathering resources, but less so for gathering Mystcraft pages. So I've gone ahead and crafted a second descriptive book and a second linking book to the overworld. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into this age. And once again, it's going to take a minute or so to load up. This is not quick. Alright. Well, this looks somewhat better. At least we don't have the molten metal oceans that we had in the first age. Okay, let's go ahead and put the overall linking book there. I have to be mindful here because on the one hand, I want to make sure I have a secure place to retreat to, like so, and on the other hand, I also want to be able to get in and out. I'm just putting up a simple little hut here. Let's see, something like so. That'll work. Torch there. And I don't want to close that side off yet because I'll need to get up here with some more walls. But yeah, I'll probably do a little bit of exploring in this stage once I get the house set up. Figure out what sort of environment I'm working with. I really hope it's not an eternal night age, but it'll be worth the check. I shall return. Well, it took me a bit of exploring to find the first temple in this Mystcraft age. I'm actually going to go ahead and make a beeline for the chest. I normally would take those first, but my inventory space is a little bit low at the moment. So I'm going to have to leave some stuff behind, unfortunately. So let me get the more conventional mob drops. The ones that I get a lot of. not the salt. Yeah, that'll work. And also the 2 Chocopedias. Let's get the Mystcraft ages, or the pages rather. I got double length, 14 of those, 12 ocean biomes, 11 natural foliage colors, 9 bloody heat biomes. I might have to try that on an age at some point just to see what that is. 8 sunset colors, 5 slow weathers, and a fast weather. And then here I've got Oceanic Abyss biome. I seem to be lagging a bit tonight. Pasture Meadow biome. And Floating Islands. Some interesting stuff. Not necessarily what I'd want, but you know, it's a start. Probably won't be showing too many more of these on camera. In fact, I'm going to have to make a run for the overworld pretty soon here, just because I'm running low on inventory space. Realistically, I'm probably going to go ahead and finish up my page exploration off camera. I've got another project in mind for this, one more project that I can do this episode, and I will return once I'm ready to start it. Alright, I am in my Thaumcraft tower. I did mention that I had one other thing that I'd like to do this episode, and I've actually got the materials in the arcane work table for it, well, mostly. It involves some order shards, some entropy shards, some quicksilver, which can be obtained by smelting cinnabar ore, and that nether quartz that I obtained earlier this episode. I also need some aspects. And actually it has to do with the main, actually the aspects have to do with the reason why this was in here already, because I actually tested this earlier to make sure that I could do this. Come to find out that I had to run out and find a node with Perditio on it. But now that I've got enough Perditio to pull it all off, I can get this wand focus equal trade. Which is great, and it looks like it does have a V's cost per cast. It's not very high. I'm not going to fret too much about it. I'm wondering if I shouldn't read up on how to use these wand foci. Let's see. Okay. So let's see if I hold that key. There we go. Okay, so now it's got the focus on it. I've also got 24 stacks of smooth whitestone in my inventory. And I'm going to start this next phase by making my way over to my housing area because its walls are made of smooth whitestone. Let me eat some cooked chicken first. Alright. There we go. And now it's going to use smooth whitestone. Now what the wand of equal trade will do is exchange one material for another. And I'm actually, I think, going to start by testing this on a somewhat out-of-the-way area of this hippodrome. Like over here. Okay. I'll take it. Let's see. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. I have to say, that actually, I think, looks a little bit better. There's a little bit more contrast with the stone underneath. Yeah. Now, I have to admit, it's going to be a little bit tricky to get higher up to pull this off completely. Oh. Am I out of V? I am out of V. Or at least I'm out of Ordo and Perditio, which is what I need to actually finish this off. let me think. I know I saw a great wood not too far from here, and I could make a great wood wand loaded up with aspects. Let me check something with the Thaumonomicon under the basic information. We've got advanced node tapping. Gives me a high V draw rate. Okay. Alright, and I will always leave... Okay, and with the node preserver, as long as I have a wand that is not iron and wood, the node preserver will work. That's useful to know. And I can go ahead and put the cobblestone up in here. And I think I'm going to call it an episode. I'll probably... Well, let me think. I know I could probably make some better wand caps. I'm sure I can make some better wand caps. You know, copper or gold. I mean, I've got a few different directions I could plausibly go. I did buy the research for the focus pouch. It's not that hard, although it does require Ordo and Pradisho. But I'm not going to craft it quite yet. I don't have any foci other than that equal trade, so I have no basis for it. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and craft a great wood wand, probably with the copper cap, so I'll have to do that research off camera. And then go ahead and finish up replacing the stone on the hippodrome with smooth white stone. But that said, I will see you next time, everybody, with a hippodrome with that equal trade completed.